Hey guys, Gil from Sith Happens, and I'm going to make a war recap video, number 60. This is going to be our 60th war. And we're up against RAFO. They have about 52 war wins as well. We have 54. Except for this isn't going to be an easy war. Most of their players look just like this. It's going to be extremely hard to even get 1 star on their bases. No, I'm just kidding. Their bases actually, they're really, really bad. Maybe some of their top Town 09s are okay, and maybe their top 2, I guess, Town 010s are really good. But like most of these people, I think pretty much only one of their Town 010s has level 3 Infernos. And that's the first guy. But let's see if they're any good at attacking. But we know their defense isn't too strong. So I'm just gonna scroll through all 30 of their bases really quick. And now we're getting to the Town 09s, the higher level ones. And also, I guess you can say the really low level Town 10s. Only one level 1 Inferno Tower. I could probably go for that guy. And some decent Town 9s. Probably new to Town 9 or didn't work on it much. This guy has really weak walls. And close to the Town 8s now. Oh wait, one last really low level Town 10, I guess. No Infernos, no third Expo. So, guess we... okay, I guess a Town 8 could even take this guy out. And these are their Town 8s. Oh, whoops, sorry for the lag. Here, okay. Hopefully that's better. Okay. Good war base. And guys, last but not least, oh, actually last and least, number 30. So, this is part 1, and I'll just fast forward to near the end of the war for part 2. So, see you guys then. Alright, this is about 24 hours later, probably like 3 seconds to you guys, but this is basically our war start. I was a little late, so about an hour away from that, but I might as well just share these 2 raids, which I thought were pretty cool. The first one was by Town 8, completely 3-starring a Town 10. So, I'm not sure why he places this king, but it was probably part of his strategy, because he ended up getting 3 stars anyway, so I'll let you take a look. And balloons always seem to work well with, dragons. Because they usually just go for the air defenses when they have centralized air defenses, so if you're ever using drags and the air defense is centralized, it's a good idea to bring loons. And he did a really awesome job, as you can tell. All but one of his dragons that are still alive is in the middle. And it was nice how he brought a few extra hogs, which ended up taking out this air defense over here. And yeah, I thought this was pretty awesome from a Town 8. So good job, Speed. and the rest you can already kind of tell it's a 3-star. And so I'm just gonna speed it up a little, but you can see it's usually you're doing a good job when your troops are like a line working up the base, because that usually represents a 3-star. And I'll show you on the second attack what I'm talking about if that sounded kind of weird. But there. Good job, Speed. Liked your combo. And the other attack was by our clan member named Inder. He used a balloon minion attack. And the reason I share this one is because he had lots of strategy to the attack. So his idea was to take out the outer defenses first so the balloons won't go anywhere but in the middle, which worked out really well, which you'll end up seeing later. He takes out the clan castle troops, which is also a addition to taking out the outer buildings. And after he does that, he just makes kind of a V shape with his balloons, which you'll see in a second. And I liked all his spells except for one, but it ended up still working out. All his rage spells were pretty well placed in my opinion. Except for this heal spell, I guess he was trying to save this dragon, which I wouldn't blame him, but that air bomb ends up taking him out. But he couldn't control that anyway. But yeah, that was a really good job. The balloons just run around and just destroy his base. And see how his minions were over here taking this part of the base out? He recognized that, so he placed extra troops on this side. That's what I'm talking about as when the line, it comes down the base. He went from the top, and some troops went to the left, and he placed reinforcements on the right, so they worked their way down. So good job, Inder. The rest of this raid is just him cleaning up the base. And those are just two of the raids that were at the beginning of war, so I'll just fast forward to the end of war for you guys. So, see you in a few seconds. Okay, this is like 20 hours later, and I'm gonna share a few more attacks and show you at the very end of war just to confirm that we won this one. But first, I'll start off with this attack. Again, the thing I was talking about, the line thing for 3-stars. It usually applies for Go Wee Wee, but here you'll end up seeing in this raid. He places his troops, well, his golems pretty spread out, so that's a good thing to look for when you're trying to get 3-stars, but try not to spread them out too much so the defenses can just pick them out. Like you can see one golem on the left side, one on the right, and one goes in the middle. That's pretty much perfect for Town Hall 9s, because you don't need 2 golems in the center for taking out a Town Hall 9. So he does a good job of just like spreading his troops out and completely taking out the middle. And I'll just fast forward a little. You can see that the troops, they're still like working in a line, so it's sure that it's a 3-star. Now sometimes like there won't be a line, but you'll still get a 3-star, but it's a common occurrence with the line. But here you can see the rest is just him cleaning up the base, so I'll just fast forward. So good job, Max Fozzie. And then what I liked was a go wipe attack by Dad20. He brought witches because single inferno towers are pretty deadly against go wipe, so he tried to bring witches to counter that, because when you have single targeted infernos you usually want go wee wee, and when you have multi infernos you usually want go wipe. But he only had one, and it was a single targeted one, but I guess he still wanted go wipe, so he brought some witches to kind of distract the Inferno Tower. Even though the Inferno Tower does do a good job taking out a lot of his troops, it ends up just going after the skeletons later on in the raid. Like, I think the Archer Queen's the only other big thing it takes out. And a key to winning wars is try not to have rush town halls, because it matches you with much harder clans, and they're still pretty easy 3 stars, which I'll show you another raid of where I actually 3-starred a weak Town Hall 10. In the end of, okay, sorry. In the end of this raid is just him cleaning up the base to get 3 stars. So good job, Dad 20, and I'll show you the next raid. And I actually did this raid, again, as I was saying, on a weak Town Hall 10. But this is what I wanted to show you this because I didn't do the line strategy because he was kind of rushed. So I just put some wizards on the outside to help getting a 3-star a little faster. And then I just start my attack from here, but I sent the golems a little too early, and the Inferno Tower actually ended up taking out the higher level golem. But I still had a level 4 golem throughout the raid. And I kind of panicked once I saw the Inferno lock on. And as a Town Hall 9, not much I can do about that, so after that, I make sure to just take out the Inferno. And the other Inferno is a multi-Inferno, and those are pretty deadly against Gowiwi, so that ends up taking out a lot of wizards and witches. But slowly but surely, I'll also take that one out. And as you can see in the very end of the raid, I ended up only losing 1 witch throughout the entire raid, so that was pretty effective. And the line that I was talking about, it's kind of halfway there, but on this side of the base there's nothing, so the troops have to loop back around to get the 3-star. And here I'll just fast forward a little because the rest of this raid is just them picking off building by building. And I still have lots of witches left, which helped me get a 3-star. And a golemite, which also helped, but the witches did a lot more. And as I said again, they looped back around through here. Now they're coming through here to get the 3-star. So that's the end of this raid. And I'll be back in like 4 hours to confirm our win, hopefully, unless they do something drastic. But don't see that happening, so good job in war, guys, and be back in 4 hours. Well, the war finally ended, and as I ended up predicting, we ended up winning. But there's 2 more raids I wanted to show. The first one by Toga. He was a Town Hall 9 attacking a Town Hall 10. Pretty much the only thing that makes attacking Town Hall 10s hard is their single Infernos, but also it's good to take out the clan castle, so he uses 2 hogs to lure him out, and then he takes him out in the corner. But since both Infernos are single targeted, it was a good idea by him to bring a Gowiwi army, because Gowiwi makes it really hard for the Infernos to actually do anything. Single targeted Infernos are only good for go wipe in my opinion, but for his sake he should have put 1 on multi, because as you can see, Toga is going to end up pretty much demolishing his base. So bad idea to rush your town halls, just saying, as everyone probably already knows, but pretty good golem placement. Except for his golems do run around the base, but he can't control where they go once placed, other than having a few wall breakers. But one golem goes in the middle, but it's pretty much dead anyway. But he ends up taking out the entire core, so good job, Toga. That rage spell was pretty well placed too. Helps them take out both Infernos and the Town Hall. Actually, pretty much the entire core. So good job. And after that, it's just him cleaning up the base. Good heal spell to keep his high level queen alive for a little longer. And I'll just speed it up. And the other raid I wanted to share was against that completely max base I was talking about. I didn't think anyone would end up attacking him, but I guess just for, I don't know, bragging sake. Wedgie Slayer, again, he ended up taking out their best player, which I'll just show you really quick. Completely maxed, so he ended up getting 2 stars, which I'll show you in a second, so good job, Wedgie Slayer. I guess if he can do this, he can easily get to Champions League. But yeah, I'm not too sure how Go Wee Wee works with Town Hall 10s. So, I'll just let you guys watch. I'm sure he brought tons of wall breakers this time because of all his maxed walls. And very nice hero placement. Both went inside the base. And I like how he tried to guide his troops with all those wall breakers. And that Inferno actually ended up taking out his king, but it's going to be targeting the witches or the skeletons now, so the Inferno's not going to trouble him. And now he's just going for the 50% because his queen was able to take out the town hall. And he's going to actually end the battle soon because I guess he wanted to preserve his queen's health. So once it starts getting targeted, he just ends it. So good job, Wedgie Slayer. 100% max base. And that's been War Recap number 60. So awesome. In next war, they have like 20 Town Hall 10s. So that'll be fun. Let me count how many we have. We have like 10, but okay, we'll see how we do. So I'll do War Recap number 61 against Kuwait. Sorry for mispronouncing, but thanks for watching and see you guys later.